Well, hello friends. Thank you for visiting You Grow Row. If this is your first time, I hope you'll consider subscribing at the end of this video. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you. Today we're taking a look at a ground cherry that is growing in my arrow garden harvest. Well, one of them. I didn't mean to make this a permanent plant, but it just sort of happened, and now I got myself a monster on my hand. All right, so I have planned on moving this plant and putting it outside, but it grew so much faster than I ever thought it was going to grow. This is my first time growing ground cherries. Also, if we look down here, there's not just one plant in there, there are three. 1, 2, and number 3 back there. It's a bit much. So it's in a arrow garden harvest, and it's just outgrown the unit already. Let me see if I can see when I started these. I started this on March 20th. Today is May 8th. And it's part of the nightshade family, kind of like a tomato, not kind of. Tomatoes are in the nightshade as well. So are peppers and eggplants. As you can see, fruit are already beginning to develop on here. I've got flowers everywhere. These are the flowers there. And I got one right here that looks spent. That's about to fall off. Once that happens, if you didn't know, you're left with these little boys, these little lanterns. There's one here as well. And those will grow, and then they'll turn papery, and then they'll fall off, and that's when you know they're ripe. Here's one of my garden beds. I got some peas coming up. I don't remember when I planted these, but it's been a minute. And I don't see no actual peas on them yet, but I'm sure they're on the way. These were some onions I planted. We got a lot of volunteers in here too. But what is this? Some Chinese beauty cabbage. As you can see, I got myself a nice healthy snail and slug problem. So I'll be taking care of that pretty soon here. Anyways, some Chinese cabbage coming up over here. I got a volunteer purple mustard right there. This is some blue kale. Well, no, it says colored. Huh. Nope, it says it's some kind of colored. Okay. And then here, oh yeah, I mixed them. So this is blue Scotch kale, and this is the colored. More onions around. I got some pak choi, I believe that is. No, that is Savannah hybrid mustards. Some more cabbage, I'm gonna say right there. Red giant mustard. And I'm gonna say this is more of that hybrid mustard, the Savannah. Got, looks like a couple volunteer zinnias here, and there. Oh, and a bunch right there, one over there. Volunteer morning glory. This was some volunteer sage. It's coming up in a couple places, and it looks really good. So we got it here, and there's a small piece right there. I'm looking at this, and I'm guessing this is some kind of zucchini or squash that I put in the compost, and it's come up. That's a volunteer. Here's another volunteer with giant mustard. more of that zucchini or squash, whatever this thing is. Looks like I got another one over there just like it. Let's see. I got some volunteer potatoes coming up. Right here. Some kind of tree volunteering. Looks like another volunteer zinnia. Same here. And let's see, down here, more potatoes and more volunteer morning glories over there. But all in all, I'm pleased with this bed. I'll be planting some more things in here. I'm gonna leave all the volunteers just to see what I'm getting. Maybe not all of these squash or whatever, the zucchini, whatever that is. I don't know. As you recall, I used this bed to do all my composting in last year. I didn't actually grow in it. I just composted in it. So I'm not surprised that so many volunteers popped up. And then over here, I'm hoping this is garlic that I planted last fall. This would be the first time ever that I would get some garlic. Not the first time I've planted it though. And then, let's see. We got some kale that went to seed. This overwintered from last year. But I'll tell you what, the leaves are still really good. So I've still been eating it. And these little flowers are good too. But I want the seeds, so I'm gonna let them go. I got more, maybe onions in there and some garlic I'm seeing. I got a kale there. I don't know what variety that is. And some more, I think those are dwarf Siberian kales. Those two right there. Some random onions that were in the volunteered from the compost over there. I just moved them over here. And I've been using them for green onions. Nice big weed right here. Let's see, I planted some stuff in here. It doesn't look like it can. Yeah, some of my dill is coming up. You see there? That's dill. And let's see, some carrots are coming up down this row. Right here, I tried to plant some spinach. It doesn't look like it did much. And over there are my purple, burgundy broccolis, 2 of them. Not doing nearly as well as the ones in the 5-gallon buckets. But so be it. Planted some lettuce here. Looks like that's just now coming up. And more onions around. Let's see. Not any pest pressure over here that I can see, so that's cool. But let me show you these. This bed has been largely covered up, so that could be why. Over here are my radishes. I've just been picking them one at a time and eating them. This was a really exciting thing for me. I have not been able to grow radishes for some time now. And the purple plum did really well for me. You see them down there? That's what this variety. Oh. This is the first radish I've grown in years. How exciting. Oh, it's not even that big. I had to though, I saw it bulbing up. There's a few others in there that are bulbing up as well. So I'm quite excited about that. These are the first radishes I've had in a long time, homegrown. I'm guessing these are the purple plums. Fabulous. I got the idea to do those because that's what At Home with Cherie grew one year. She grew all kinds of radishes, but those did really well for her. And so I thought, well, I'll give them a go, you know. Let's see. Well, let's just pull one up, see what we get, if anything. Nope, nobody's doing anything down there. Let's try one more. Aw, it might have been trying. I need to give them more time, I think. But very, very cool. The first radish of the season. It's the little things, guys. It's the little things, isn't it? Yay. And I don't remember what those were. The radishes I planted in with the broccolis didn't do a whole lot. I think probably because they got shaded out fairly quickly. However, I'm getting ahead. Yay! Burgundy broccoli. Same up here. Yay! This was carrots, but the container got knocked over by my landscaping guy, so those are a goner. And then this, only one side of it germinated, but I got a couple, so I guess I'll be happy with that. Then we come over here. My horseradish looks great. Another horseradish. And then we got some walking onions here in the center. And some bulbing onions on the outskirts. Some thyme, but my rose bush did not come back. That was the apricot drift. It was so pretty. So that's kind of sucky. I got some more thyme right here. These are sunchokes. First time growing these. More sunchokes right here. My lavender did not come back. Boo. More sunchokes. And this is lime thyme. Isn't it? Is it? I think so. Yes, that's lime thyme. It's not actually planted in there with the sunchokes. I gotta move it. I'm gonna put it in my green stalk on the bottom. I don't think the groundhogs will eat it. Look who it is. In my green stalk here, I got some fern leaf dill. These were some volunteer mustards that came in, and some volunteer lemon balm. I just put this parsley out here not too long ago. I believe this was perpetual spinach that came back. And over here, I don't see anything that came back other than the sage. And the rest all looks to be weeds. There's something right there, but I don't know what that is. Down here, get back. My sorrel, or bloody sorrel came in. Came back from last year, as did my chocolate mint. Only a couple pieces right now, but I see some other ones popping up. Really excited about that. This is my 6-in-1 tree. No buds yet. I went to a house plant sale, or a private plant sale, and I bought some irises. I don't know. I don't remember what all I got. Orange balm. This is a hollyhock. I tried growing that from seed this year myself, and it didn't work. Some kind of pepper, some more chocolate mint, feverfew, and cucumbers down there. And then this green stalk is doing really well. Got some, I think, pak choy here. Yeah, pak choy. And these were my, what do you call them? Chives. They're not looking great, but they are still hanging on. I got some parsley here. I got a nasturtium that I put in here, 2 weeks ago. That seems to be doing all right. Some purple mustards. More parsley that I put in. These are some volunteer zinnias. And these were scallions that I threw in here. Some feverfew that I put in there. Grew from seed. I just wanted more. That's why I have that other plant. And some collards. Ooh. My sedum is coming in. I don't know what this is. I planted it. I know I did. I just don't remember what it was. And I didn't put a tag in it, so I'll find out. My sedum's coming up though. Could use some water with a whole bunch of morning glories. Oh well. A few of my perennials came up that I put out, but not all of them. Over here, I planted Maximillian sunflowers. So we'll see what that is, how that does. And then what I thought I removed was the hosta, but I don't know. I guess there was a piece that I didn't get. So still got hosta over there. So that's one of my perennials that came back from last year. That's exciting. I think that's my peaches and cream honeysuckle, I think. And wherever you see the sticks at, something else came up, but I still haven't taken time to look at the video from last year to see what I planted where. Now these two, this and this, those are my Rose of Sharon's. I'm glad to see those came back. And my pineapple mint did not come back, and neither did my salad burnet. Didn't come back either. It looks like maybe my borage has reseeded on its own. We'll see. That's what was in there, was borage. And that's about it. I had that back area cleaned out. He's still working on it, but I had that cleaned out, and I got that tree limb cut back so that I can grow some shady stuff back there. So I'll be putting in another bed eventually. I don't know, like not right now, but another bed is going, maybe even two out there. And my rose bushes, two of them came back. So one's the knockout red and the other one is the knockout sunny, which is yellow. And my two, I think these are rudbeckias down here, right here and right here. Those came back. I had a lavender here. Obviously that didn't come back. The other. And then in the back here, a couple weeks ago, I planted a beautiful little columbine. Isn't she pretty? Hello, darling. You're adorable. So we got a columbine there. And then I planted some astilbe. So that's what's coming up right here. And there's more along here of the astilbes. This is where I moved that hosta at, and I divided it. So I put the biggest clump right there and the smaller clump here. And it seems that they have taken off just fine. And then there's more astilbe planted in here. We'll see what comes up. Oh, these carpenter bees. Why are they so mean? Then over here is where they've thrown all that wood and stuff from the tree, cutting down those limbs. I have a fireplace, so I guess I'm gonna see about getting this all chopped up and seasoned for a year or whatever it is. And I should be in good shape for a while with all that. And that is the garden, you guys. Oh, let's take a look up front right quick. There's some stuff coming up. I don't know what it is, because I didn't take notes. Let's see. I planted some lilies and some hollyhocks up here. I think these might be the lilies. that's coming up. And in the back there, this might be a hollyhock. And then I think I did a Maximillian sunflower up here too. I had a whole bunch of bulbs and I just crammed them all up here. We'll see what happens. And then I had my lawn guy trim these hydrangeas back. So they're coming in. I have dreams of getting rid of these bushes. I don't like them anymore. I didn't like them all that much to begin with, but they gave me some good blooms last year, but they weren't very full at all. And if I'm gonna have them, I want them to look, you know, amazing and not sparse like they did last year. So I think I'm gonna end up getting those pulled out. If not next spring, then the spring after that. There's my peach tree and my hellebore. Down here I have a bunch of my little babies coming in. These are some tomatoes. And back there are some sunflowers that are not looking good. Here, just some various plants. I got some dill, some Dusty Miller, a couple peppers, some parsley back there, some mustards, more peppers. Over here, I got some parsley, basil, more tomatoes, and some more basil. These are all basils here. And over here, more basil and coleus coming in there. And then growing, I don't know how I mixed up my seeds, but I have lavender and basil growing in these here. So I've been pulling them, and that's why you see just random basil stuck in. That's all I had. Here's some more sunflowers. And here is some nasturtium that is blooming, probably because it's stressed. And then back there, these two are Black Eyed Susan vines, the Blushing Susie variety. But I'm gonna be moving out my parsley and my dill today out to the garden. I think I'm safe to do that now. In the meantime, I found something really exciting. Here's my peppers, some more peppers. And my lovage. And my tree collard that seems to be bouncing back. It's coming in down here on the bottom. I'm kind of excited about that. And I see some other growth points happening as well. But let's show you the exciting thing. Wanted to show you something exciting. Here I have one of my sunberry plants grown indoors strictly so far. It's still too cold to put it out. It's my first time growing sunberries, so I didn't know, how fast they were gonna grow. And I did some research on YouTube, but didn't really find anything helpful. So I started it, and look at that. It's got all this fruit on it, right? But this morning when I went to water it, I noticed we have ripe berries.